Hi, everyone. My name's Tim Womack. I'm senior pastor here at First Presbyterian Church of Vero Beach, Florida. We are engaged in an Advent devotion where we're asking members of our church to share one, two, or more of their favorite Christmas memories. And we are proud and privileged to have with us Carol Smoyer. Carol has been head of our mission um, team for many years and has been just had a great heart for mission and ministry over the years. And so we're glad to have Carol with us. So, Carol, do you want to share a little bit more about your background, who you are?
Sure. Yes, I've been at the church for many years, and it's been a wonderful experience for me, especially with being part of the mission team. It really allowed me to transition into a new part of my life that has been real joyful and exciting and very satisfying. And I feel as though I'm doing God's work. Earlier on, I wanted to be a missionary. Can you imagine that? But I feel like I am in a different way here in our church.
Absolutely. There's no doubt that you are a missionary here at First Presbyterian Church. There is no doubt about that. So I just want to ask you, are there some particular Christmas memories that you have? The idea is that as we share our Christmas memories, each one of us will ponder our own. So do you have some particular Christmas memories that you would share with us?
Yes, I do. I have some wonderful memories. In fact, the background here that you might be seeing is a farmhouse in Pennsylvania. And it's a place that I was loved so very much all through my young growing up. And one of the special parts of this story is that it's in Pennsylvania, and my family, coming from Eastern Ohio, every Christmas Day, we would get in the car. And back in the 1950s, the roads were there were no interstates, and they were all back country roads. And on Christmas Day, it was usually cold and snowy. And we would drive, our whole family would drive these country roads into Pennsylvania. And it was a magical experience, really. We'd go by all these farm fields and cow fields and little crossroads. And that we would see these funny little Burma shave signs on the side of the road on the and we'd see so many of them that was the common thing back then, Burma shave. Anyways, we would drive on these icy, snowy country roads and to my uncle's farm. And that was Christmas Day. And one time when we were driving there, at the bottom of what we call the farm hill, my father's car, this old Studebaker, wouldn't get up that hill. So we had to run to the farmhouse and get the John Deere tractor to pull our car up the farm hill. And one of the first things I would do whenever I got to the farmhouse that you see in the background, I would jump out of the car and I'd run to the barn and greet my furry friends, all those 30 milk cows. And it was all quiet. It was like a manger scene with all these cows chewing their cud. And I would go up there and hug them. There were 30 of them, but I would do that first before I'd go anywhere near the house. And that was my first love, were the cows in my uncle's barn. But anyways, then we would go into the house and we'd have my cousins and aunts and uncles and all of us were there. And we would have a wonderful Christmas dinner. And it was just magical for me. There was a tree there that we all loved, and it was something they cut down in their own yard and beautifully decorated with old-fashioned ornaments. And I remember always we'd have at the Christmas dinner table, the kids had their own table, of course, and it was a card table. And we always felt the kids' table. One time I said, well, why can't we sit at the big table? And so my aunt said, okay, I will sit with you guys. And so she sat. She's a huge, tall lady, and she sat with her knees under the Christmas card table. And there she sat and had her dinner with us, just to make us all kind of feel, okay, we're equal or something like that. And then after dinner, the funniest thing we would do is we'd play cards on the card table, and we would play Old Maid, we'd play, well, what else is there? Canasta. And my grandmother used to play with us, and she was famous for hiding her cards under her seat when she played canasta. And so we would all kind of watch to see where her cards were going. Anyways, it was a fun time, and we all had a great time. And at nighttime, as we were all going to go to bed, one of the things that we did, all four of us, there were three cousins and myself, we'd go around the room in the living room there and we'd kiss everybody goodnight. It was a tradition. You always did that when you were there at the farmhouse. So we made our rounds, kissing each person goodnight, and we would patter up the stairs to the cold bedrooms that were up there because they only had one heater in that whole house. It
Wow.
was an oil heater that had a big grate in the living room that was like 3 feet by 3 feet, and we'd all like to stand in front of the grate to stay warm. Anyways, that was back then, back in the 50s. And it was a wonderful experience that I always remember going there every Christmas.
Wow.
So that's my story.
That is special. So when you say every Christmas, about how many years did this go
Probably
on?
since from my like up to college. I mean,
Wow.
even at college, I remember going there during a college year and being there.
So 20
So,
years plus.
oh yeah,
Oh,
it was a
that is
real
special.
thing.
That is
Yeah, it
special.
was.
So that's, to be able to recall that and enjoy that is just amazing. I mean, so many people just don't get to enjoy that kind of family, that kind of experience, and that's just
Well,
amazing.
farms like that just don't exist anymore.
No,
And I
no.
spent a lot of time there during the summers as well. So it was a very special place for me growing up.
Well, yeah, it just sounds amazing and beautiful, and the car ride through the snow, and the getting the Studebaker pulled up by a tractor. I mean, that's hilarious. I mean, what an amazing.
I
I,
know it was exciting. We thought, oh boy.
and I'm sure there are a lot of members who had snow stories and car stories and hill stories. Being from Florida, we never really had to worry about getting stuck in the snow or not being able to get up the hill. So didn't have a lot of that, but different memories. But what I'll try to do, Carol, I don't think we have many cattlemen or cattlewomen in the church, but if I can get some cows for you to hug on Christmas, I'll find
Oh,
them.
I
Okay.
love them. I would go out there and, their noses, that was okay.
Well, that's just cool. So, hey, thank you for sharing. We're gonna have some others share their stories, but I love the image of the farmhouse and everything right behind you, and so just amazing. So, thank you so much,
You're welcome. I
and
was glad to share this.
thank you for all you do for our church. Your mission endeavors have made us a better church. So, thank you so much.
You're welcome. And
All
Merry
right.
Christmas.
Yeah, you too.
Bless you all.
All right.